Criminal Procedure. Rule 110. Prosecution of Offense. Section 1. Institution of Criminal Action. This section states that in offenses outside Metro Manila that has more than 6 years and 1 day, punishment shall require preliminary investigation, while if the offense punishment punishment is less than 6 years and 1 day, the complaint or information shall directly filed with the municipal trial court, municipal or municipal circuit trial court, and office of the prosecutor for offenses in Metro Manila and other chartered cities. The complaint or information shall be filed office of the prosecutor. In the section 2 of Rule 110 state that the general requirements of compliance or information are: first, shall be in writing; second, in the name of the people of the Philippines; and third is against all persons who appear to the uh, to appear who appear to be responsible for the offense involved. The section 3 and 4 of this rule define the compliant and information, which is: compliant is a sworn written statement charging a person with the offense, subscribed by the OPP of the offended party, peace officer, or other public officer charged with the enforcement or of the law violated or filed in the prosecutor's office, while information as an association in writing charge a person of an offense, subscribed by the prosecutor and the filed with the court. According to the section 5 of the Rule 110, public prosecutor shall prosecute the criminal action. That is the general rule, but his exemption where a private prosecutor can prosecute the criminal action when is case of heavy work schedule of the public prosecutor, or in the event of lack of public prosecutor. But even though those circumstances are present, private prosecutor can prosecute the criminal action unless he or she has a written authorization by the chief prosecutor office and should have the approval of the court. And the second paragraph of this section state that the private crimes, adultery, and concubinage shall be prosecuted only if the offended spouse will file the compliant or information. And in the third paragraph are offenses of seduction, abduction, and act of lasciviousness shall only prosecute if the compliant or information was filed by the offended party or present grandparents, grandparents, or guardians, or the state. The offended party shall exercise the right or of filing succi- succi- uh, successively. In the section 6 to section 12 of the Rule 110 state the sufficiency of the compliance or information. The general rule of the duplicity of the offense on section 13 of this rule is that in one information is equal to one offense. Exemption is when the law prescribe a single punishment for various offense. Rule 111. Prosecution of civil action. According to the section 1 of this rule, when criminal action is instituted, civil the civil liability shall be deemed institute. That is the general rule, but there is an exemption. First, when the offended party waives the civil action. Second, and the offended party reserve the right to institute. In the separately, always remember that reservation will be made before the prosecution start presenting its evidence. And third is institute the civil action prior to the criminal action. But always remember the primacy of the criminal action over civil action, that even the civil action is instituted first than the criminal action. The civil action shall be suspended until final judgment is read, rendered in the criminal action. In exchange situation, when criminal action is executed first, then the civil action, still the civil action is suspended until final judgment is rendered to the criminal action. Next is Rule 112, the preliminary investigation. According to the Section 1 of this rule, preliminary investigation is an inquiry or proceeding to determine whether there is a probable cause that the crime has been committed. The preliminary investigation is required to be conducted before filing a compliant or information for an offense, where the penalty prescribed by law as at least 6 years and 1 day imprisonment. The officer allowed to conduct preliminary investigation are provincial or city prosecutors and their assistants, national and regional state prosecutor, and other offense as may be authorized by law, such as COMELEC and Ombudsman. And the Rule 113 is arrest. In Section 1 of this rule, arrest is the taking of a person into custody in order that he may be bound to answer for a commission of an offense. It is made by an actual restraint of a person to be arrested, or by his submission to the custody of the person making the arrest. It shall be duty of the officer executing the warrant to arrest the accused and to deliver him to the nearest police station or jail without unnecessary delay. In Section 4, Rule 113, the warrant to be executed within 10 days from its receipt, within 10 days after the expiration of the period of officer shall make a report to the judge, and in case of the failure to execute the warrant, he shall state the Section 5 of Rule 113, peace officer or private person allowed to arrest a person without a warrant when caught in the act or in flagrante delicto, personal knowledge or hot pursuit, escaping prisoner, or an arrest may be made on any day and any time of the day or day. In Section 11, police officers must be identify themselves and announce their purpose before using force to enter. Apply first the break and announce doctrine. So the the rule 114 is bail. According to the Section 1 of this rule, bail is a security given for the release of the person in the custody of the law, punished by a ombudsman of granting his appearance before any court. Bail may given in a form of cooperate, surety, property bond, cash deposit, or recognizance. According to the Section 2 of this rule, all person having an offense can avail bail, except those charged with offenses punishable by reclusion perpetua, death penalty, and life imprisonment. According to the Section 4 or Rule 114, bail is a matter of right. When before and after conviction by the Municipal Trial Court, Metropolitan Trial Court, and Municipal Circuit Trial Court, and before conviction by the Regional Trial Court of an offense not punishable by LTR. While according to Section 5 of this rule, bail is a matter of discretion when upon conviction by the regional trial court of an offense not punishable by LDR and also punishable by LDR if the evidence of guilt is not strong. Rule 115. The right of the accused. The accused in criminal the accused in criminal prosecution have several rights, including the uh, presumption of innocence, right to be informed of the nature and cause of association, accusation, the right to be present and define themselves, right to waive their presence of the trial unless especially ordered specifically ordered by the court. The accused can testify as a witness on their behalf. They they can confront and cross-examine witness against them. Speedy, impartial, and public trial, and the accused can appeal in all cases allowed and in the manner prescribed by law. In the Rule 116, arraignment and plea. According to the paragraph A of section 1 of the rule, the accused must be arraigned before the court where the complaint or information was filed or designed for trial. Arraignment shall be made in open court by the judge by giving the accused with the copy of the complaint and information. Reading in the same dialect known by the accused as asking him whether the pleads guilty or not guilty, and the accused answer is the plea. Paragraph B states the accused be present at the arraignment and must personally enter his plea. According to the paragraph C of section 1 of this rule, if the accused refuse to plead a plea of not guilty shall be entered for him. When is paragraph D, when the accused pleads guilty but presents ex, exculpatory evidence, his plea shall be deemed withdrawn, and a plea of not guilty shall be entered for him. The Rule 117 is a motion to quash or re- request for dismissal. On Section 1 of this rule, the accused may move to quash the information or compliance anytime before entering his plea. The motion to quash shall be in writing, signed by the accused, or his counsel, and shall distinctly specify its factual and legal grounds. According to the Section 3 of this rule, there are only 9 grounds that the accused may be moved to quash the compliance or information. First is the facts charged do not constitute an offense. Second is that the court trying the case has no jurisdiction over the person or the accused. Then the court trying the case has no jurisdiction over the person or the accused that the officer who filed the information has no authority to do so. That it does not conform substantially to the prescribed from the duplicity of the offenses, that the criminal action or liability has been extinguished, that is contained environments if the which if true should constitute a legal excuse or justification unless or is double jeopardy. Then after entering plea, the accused can still file a motion to quash in grounds E, B, G, I or grounds 127 and 9. And Rule 118 pre-trial. Rule 118 the pretrial. According to the section 1 of this rule, pretrial is a mandatory in criminal case in its conduct to avoid surprise during the pretrial. Both party will lay down evidence, witnesses, because failure to present that on pre-trial and could not be admitted during trial unless otherwise the reason for that is good cause, and in case there is a objection to will be raised, and that is the reason why there is a pre-trial. And the fact making for identification or evidence waiver or objection to admissibility of evidence and modification of the order of trial. If the accused admits the charge in section 2, stipulate that all agreement or admission made or entered during the pre-trial conference shall be reduced in writing and signed by the accused and counsel. Otherwise, they cannot be used against the accused. The non-appearance of accused and counsel, the court may impose proper sanction of penalties. In the Rule 119, the trial, according to the Section 1 of this rule, the time of prepared trial is after a plea or not guilty is entered. The accused shall have 15 days to prepare for trial. Then the trial shall commence within 30 days from the receipt of the pretrial order. On Section 3, the period of delay shall be excluded and computing the time within delay resulting from the other proceedings. Concerning the accused delay resulting from mental incompetence or physical inability of the accused to shall trial, and as the information is dismissed upon motion of the prosecution. On Section 11, the order trial, which force the prosecution shall present evidence to prove the charge, then the accused and the defense present re, rebuttal and sole rebuttal evidence, then shall be deemed submitted for decision. In the Section 17 is the discharge of accused to be state witness happen when there is not stronger direct evidence. The prosecutor will select one of the suspect to be witness, but he or she should not appear to be the most guilty. Section 23, the demurrer of evidence was after the prosecution raised its case, the court may dismiss the action on the ground of insufficiency of evidence. In the Rule 120, the judgment. According to the Section 1 of this rule, judgment is the adjudication by the court that the accused is guilty or not guilty of the offense charged, and the opposition on him of the proper penalty and civil liability. Rule 121, the new trial or reconsideration. According to the Section 1 of this rule, the time for new trial or reconsideration is any time before a judgment of conviction becomes final. Becomes final. On Section 2 is the grounds for a new trial. First is the error of the law, and the second is the new and material evidence has been discovered. Rule 122 is the appeal. According to the Section 1 of this rule, any party may appeal for a judgment or final order unless the accused will be placed in double jeopardy. Section 2 is where to appeal when from first level court or MTC, from the appeal on RTC, when from RTC appeal on Court of Appeals, and when from Court of Appeal Supreme from the Supreme Court. Rule 123 is the procedure in the Municipal Trial Court. Rule 124, the procedure in the Court of the Appeal. In, in the Rule 125, the procedure in the Supreme Court. In the Rule 126, the size and the seizure. Section 1 define the search warrant as on order in writing in the name of the people of the Philippines, signed by the judge, and directed to a peace officer according him to search for personal property described therein and bring it before the court. The personal property to be size according to the section 3 are subject of the offense establishment property of use entered to be used as the main of the committing an offense. In section 7, a search warrant shall not issue except upon probable cause in connection with one specific offense to be determined personally by the judge and should be found in section 4 or rule 126 in section 7. Police officer must identify themselves and announce their purpose before using force to enter, apply force, break, and announce the doctrine. The warrant must be served in the day unless the affidavit indicates the property is on the person or place, in which case it can be served at any time or the day or night or found in section 9.